Bukidnon actually for the presiding officer.
Good afternoon. I highly nominated our acting provincial vice governor, the gentleman from the first member, to preside our regular session, the Honorable Board Member Mario Alvarez.
Acting provincial vice governor Mario Alvarez Jr. from the from the first legislative district has been nominated and duly elected. Any objection? I hear none. We will now recognize our temporal study officer for the working servant in our section, the Honorable Acting Vice Governor Mario Jr. Alvarez. We request everybody is right.
The 47th regular session of the 20th SB is now called to order. Invocation to be led by yours truly, followed by the singing of the national anthem, singing of the Bukidnon hymn, and the PBL.
It's like that to see. I long to go back soon, to sleep will be the norm. The lovely mountains high, wait for his sovereign land. Bring memories to me, the home I long to see. The broad and great places, the rivers winding through. My heart will love no more the wonders of the world. The lovely gentle wind, the peace that showers from, the glow and ever glow, wherever I may go. The silver's waterfalls, in distance one can see, in beauty they express the sweetest embrace. The long seas that grows, the canyons deep and wide, will never be enshrined in all the Bukidnon line. There my home used to be, with far away, Bukidnon land. Understood, starry skies, where love and joy never die. There my home used to be, with far away, Bukidnon land. Understood, starry skies, where love and joy never die.
The University, I am a political worker, given the mandate to serve my constituency. Your responsibility, responsibility, provide dynamic leadership, promote and maximize the delivery of basic services for the general welfare under achieving controlling, consultative, and participative modes. I impose upon myself the supreme obligation to perform and carry out the functions prescribed and selfish and with dedication, thereby becoming a genuine catalyst of change in my locality and in our nation.
The office of the provincial vice governor, we would like to wish happy birthday to our honorable board member, Dr. R.G. Lupito. May you be blessed with good health, happiness, wisdom, and continued success in your noble service to our province. Your dedication, leadership, and commitment to public service are truly appreciated and admired. May this new year of your life bring you abundant blessings, renewed strength, and many opportunities to continue making a positive difference in the lives of the people of the province. Wishing you a joyful birthday and God's continued guidance and blessings in all your endeavor. Happy birthday and more power to you.
Response? Next to our SK regular member siya ang youngest. Yeah. So, see you on 30. 30. Once again, happy birthday, Kuya. Pare. Mr. Secretary, can we have the roll?
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, roll call. Provincial Vice Governor Clive D. Quino, on official business, as acting Provincial Governor of the province as to date. Board Member Mario Jr. B. Albarisi,
Present.
Board Member Godofredo I. Balansag, Board Member Minerva C. Casinabi, Board Member Bobby J. B. Dinlayan, Board Member Marlon Brando B. Dinlayan, Board Member Armando Jr. S. Evangelista, Board Member Jose Miguel S. Fortich, Board Member Oliver Owen L. Garcia, Board Member Ielo S. Linas,
Coming.
absent. Board Member Jole C. Monsanto, Board Member Elisa Rizonahon, Board Member Joseph D. Palmada, Board Member Ranolfo Jose Jr. G. Pipito, Board Member Renato S. Sumbungan. Honorable Presiding Officer, there are 13 out of 15 who are physically present inside the session hall. There is a quorum.
So there are 13 present in our session today, so there is a quorum. Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Maayong hapon kanatong tanan. Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed for the approval of the calendar of business, and this also include for the approval of the minutes of our previous regular session, the 46th regular session. For now, Honorable Presiding Officer, we have only 36 items for the first reading and 35 items for the second reading. We have only one item under the question hour. We have also one item under the unfinished business. We have 4 items under the other communication. And in our addendum 1, Honorable Presiding Officer, we have only 2 items for the other communication. So moving for the approval of the calendar of business as presented.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. As to the minutes of the 46th regular session, this is our previous regular session of the 20th Sangguniang Panlalawigan held at the SP Session Hall, Malaybalay City on June 9, 2026. Copy of the same must be disseminated in advance. Thus, I move to dispense with the full reading of the minutes of our previous regular session.
There's a motion to dispense or the reading of the minutes. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. So I move for the further approval for the minutes of our previous minutes of our the 46th regular session.
There's a motion for approval of our previous minutes. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to the first reading and reference of business. May we now recognize our Secretary, Attorney Apollo Magwali, to read the first item therein.
Attorney Magwali is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer, thank you, Majority Floor Leader. First reading reference of business, item number 1. Proposed resolution number 206-2026 of the 28th SP, authored by Board Member Eliezer Risunahon, 1st Legislative District, entitled A Resolution Extending Commendation and Formal Recognition to Jim Lowell Sambalud Fabela for his remarkable leadership and athletic excellence as team captain, guiding his squad to the secondary boys football championship and earning the Best Defender Award in the 2026 Palarong Pambansa held on May 24 to 31, 2026 in Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur.
Honorable Presiding Officer, thank you very much. Thank you, Attorney Mogwali, our Secretary. Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the approval of the following items 1 and 2. This will be transferred to the new business for the day, and this will be marked as item number 36 and 37. For item number 3, this will be referred to the Committee on Civil Service. Item number 4 and 5, this will be referred to the Committee on Health. And item number 6, this will be referred to the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous People. For item number 7, 8, and 9, this will be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights. For item number 10, this will be referred to the Committee on Peace and Order. 11, Honorable Presiding Officer, this will be referred to the Committee on Women and Family Relation. For item number 12, 13, and 14, this will be referred to the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade, and Industry. And Honorable Presiding Officer, from items number 15 to 35, this will be transferred to the new business for the day, and this will be marked as item number 38 to 58. And for item number 36, this will be referred to the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, and Disaster Preparedness. And Honorable Presiding Officer, in our addendum 1, we have only 2 items. Item number 1 and 2, this will be incorporated in the main other communication as item number 5 and 6. So moving for the approval as enumerated. Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Wala pa. Jo. So, Honorable Presiding Officer, we have no item tabled in the privilege hour, so we will now proceed to our unfinished business, since our invited guest will arrive at 2 o'clock, Honorable Presiding Officer. So, while waiting for them, so we can still also proceed with our unfinished business. For we have only 1 item tabled in the unfinished business, Honorable Presiding Officer, and may we now recognize the birthday boy from the 4th Legislative District, the youngest among the regular members, 30, turning
28, just turned 28.
the birthday boy, the Honorable Board Member Doc R.G. Pipito.
Board Member Pipito is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. So wala din invited guest. Okay. Item number 1 from the unfinished business, Mr. Presiding Officer, from the Committee on Health, which is referred, proposed ordinance number 033-2026 of the 28th SP series of 2026, dated May 5, 2026, sponsored by this representation, entitled An Ordinance Upgrading the Bukidnon Provincial Medical Center or BPMC from a Level 2 hospital to a Level 3 hospital, establishing a medical residency training program, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Mr. Presiding Officer, the proposed ordinance seeks to upgrade the Bukidnon Provincial Medical Center from a Level 2 hospital to a Level 3 hospital and establish a medical residency training program in the province of Bukidnon. The ordinance aims to institutionalize support for the BPMC hospital's upgrading and residency training programs to ensure continuity even with the changes in administration. The BPMC hospital plans to begin residency training programs department by department, starting with surgery, internal medicine, family medicine, and OB-GYN is also nearly ready. The committee found that before BPMC can apply for Level 3 hospital accreditation, Residency training programs must first be established, and BPMC is currently awaiting approval of the ordinance before inviting Board of Specialty in Medicine and Surgery to inspect the hospital for accreditation. The Provincial Budget Office emphasized that new plantilla positions require separate ordinance. Sorry, Mr. Presiding Officer, the committee, after thorough review and deliberation, hereby recommends for the approval of proposed ordinance number 033-2026 of the 28 SP series of 2026 for being in accordance with the laws and within the scope of the Sangguniang concerned to pass, and as endorsed and approved at the committee level. So recommended for the approval, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Pipito.
Honorable Presiding Officer, our invited guest is already here. So we will now proceed with our question hour. We have to go back to our question hour, Mr. Honorable Presiding Officer. We now recognize the gentle lady from the 3rd Legislative District, the proponent of this resolution, Honorable Presiding Officer. The gentle lady coming from the 3rd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Minerva Casanabe, to give us the rationale for the purpose of this giving of this resolution.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Honorable Presiding Officer, to all the members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, visitors, mayong hapon sa atong tanan.
Mayong hapon.
Your Honor, we have here a visitors from the coaches. Mga coaches rin sila kay I think did you bring your athletes? Only one athletes kay nag-eskwela ba ang uban ani sir? Okay. So from Quezon, who will be receiving our congratulatory and commending resolutions, athletes of the United Dolphin Swim Team from various municipalities in our province of Bukidnon for their outstanding performance in the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship 2026, which was held last March 28 to 29 at Davao del Sur Sports Complex, Zigos Davao del Sur, and of course, again, bringing the pride and honor of our beloved province of Bukidnon. We have here Mr. Edward P. Tigmo, the coach of this sports. Then we have one athlete here, Samantha, together with their parents. Nabay lang parents? Yes, okay. So, Your Honor, I think we will let the good secretary to read the, yeah.
Before that, maybe we could suspend or...
Yeah. Honorable Presiding Officer, with the indulgence of the gentle
Yeah,
lady,
yes.
I move for the suspension of our internal house rule. Honorable Presiding Officer,
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
and thank you for that, Honorable Presiding Officer. May we now request our secretary to read the resolution.
Attorney Paul, please read the resolution.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Resolution number 2026-1748 of the 28th SP, approved during the 39th regular session. A resolution congratulating and commending the athletes of the United Dolphin Swim Team, all from various municipalities of Bukidnon, for their outstanding performance in the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship 2026, held on March 28 to 29, 2026 at Davao del Sur Sports Complex, Digos, Davao del Sur, bringing honor and pride in the province of Bukidnon. Authored by Honorable Board Member Minerva Casanabe, Board Member 3rd Legislative District, Province of Bukidnon. Whereas the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship is a prestigious national level competition that gathers young swimmers from across the country, promoting excellence in sports, discipline, and youth development. Whereas the athletes of the United Dolphin Swim Team, who are proudly representing various municipalities of Bukidnon, such as Dangkagan, Kibawi, Damulog, delivered an outstanding performance, winning multiple medals, namely Samantha Jade P. Tegmo with 5 gold medals and 2 silver medals, Talia Israel M. Silagan with 5 gold medals and 2 silver medals, Keira Reese T. Luren with 2 gold medals and 2 bronze medals, Tris Clover Arong with 2 gold medal, Darby M. Torion with 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal, and 2 bronze medals, Rose Maximus Serinia with 1 gold medal, 5 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal, Ideal Prince Colago with 2 silver medals, Harry Y. Azores with 1 silver medal and 1 bronze medal, Japet B. Beltran with 1 silver medal and 1 bronze medal, and Elscream B. Ginelia with 1 silver medal and 2 bronze medals. Whereas these young athletes are students of various elementary and secondary schools in Bukidnon, namely Dolorosa Elementary School, Dangkagan Central Elementary School, Miaray Elementary School, Kibawi Central Elementary School, Damulog Central Elementary School, Dangkagan National High School, and Bugwak Elementary School, reflecting the strength and grassroots sport development in the province. Whereas their success serves as a source of pride for the province of Bukidnon and an inspiration to fellow students and young athletes to pursue sports and strive for excellence. Be it resolved as it is hereby resolved, congratulating and commending the athletes of the United Dolphin Swim Team, all from various municipalities of Bukidnon, for their outstanding performance in the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship 2026, held on March 28 to 29, 2026 at Davao del Sur Sports Complex, Digos, Davao del Sur, bringing honor and pride to the province of Bukidnon. Resolved further that copies of this resolution be furnished to the athletes and the United Dolphin Swim Team for their information and recognition. Approved unanimously, and I certify for the correctness of the foregoing resolution, Attorney Apollo Magwali, Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, and attested by Honorable Mario Jr. Belbarisi, Board Member, Temporary Presiding Officer.
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Ano pa isa?
Dua din sila? Yeah.
Two groups.
We will proceed to other last resolution that we have. Thank you.
Another resolution is resolution number 2026-1749 of the 28th SP, approved during the 39th regular session. A resolution congratulating and commending the athletes of Luan Aqua Elite from the municipality of Quezon, Bukidnon, for their outstanding performance in the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship 2026, held on March 28 to 29, 2026 at Davao del Sur Sports Complex, Davao del Sur, bringing honor and pride to the province of Bukidnon. Again, authored by Honorable Board Member Minerva C. Casinabi of 3rd Legislative District, Province of Bukidnon. Whereas the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship is a recognized national competition that promotes sports excellence, discipline, and youth participation. Whereas the athletes of Luan Aqua Elite, who are proudly from the municipality of Quezon, Bukidnon, demonstrated exceptional performance, particularly Clyde D. Patalinghog, who garnered 6 gold medals and 1 silver medal, and Sapphire D. Patalinghog, who earned 1 gold medal and 1 silver medal. Whereas these athletes are students of Quezon Bukidnon National High School and Quezon Central Elementary School, reflecting the active participation of the local schools in developing competitive athletes. Whereas it is fitting and proper to recognize and commend these athletes for bringing honor and recognition to Bukidnon through their exemplary performance. Be it resolved as it is hereby resolved, congratulating and commending the athletes of Luan Elites from the municipality of Quezon, Bukidnon for their outstanding performance in the Milo National Inter-School Long Course Swimming Championship 2026 held on March 28 to 29, 2026 at Davao del Sur Sport Complex, Davao del Sur, bringing honor and pride to the province of Bukidnon. Resolve further that copies of this resolution be furnished to the athletes and Luan Aqua Elite for their information and recognition. Approved unanimously. I hereby certify the correctness of the foregoing resolution, Atty. Apoloy Magwali, Secretary to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, and attested by Honorable Mario Jr. B. Albarisi, Board Member, Temporary Presiding Officer. That is all, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. And thank you, Attorney Magwali, our Secretary. The Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed for the photo ops of one of our recipient and awarding and the photo ops. Okay. And after that one, we will also recognize for the response coming from our athlete and the coaches.
Coach only. Katong sa Attorney Paul, katong sa United Dolphins atong naon.
United Dolphins.
Requesting all board members.
Ikaw lang ba? Ikaw, favorite ka mo?
Sa Dagkagan?
Requesting our honorable board member to come in front.
Dato, diyan ka sa silingan, kuya ba, silingan ni Kuan ni Vice nga Silver Kabulok. Silver. Pagkumangko dahil.
Vice Mayor. Silver. Dili. Asa to? Namulok?
Dagkagan. Dagkagan. Asa kuya ba?
Alo.
Ready? Tengok may ihap ba? Tunggu dito dito na si Kuan ba si Baterbon niya. Sa talakugon siya gihaya ka sa team.
Dali dito. Doon na siya. Betul na kita ganto ni ko.
Congrats coach, congrats. Pagkumangkon, dili dai
Pagumbang ko ni Mambing.
Oo. Isa dia.
name. I am Edward Tigmo, the coach of United Dolphins. And also, I am a teacher of Dolorosa Elementary School. We are so thankful for this opportunity na makita kayo, mga honorables natin dito sa Bukidnon. And kami nga mga yanong lumulupyo diri sa Bukidnon, nakita namo nga dako day kayo og panglantaw, dako kayo pag-abi-abi ang atong mga namunuan karon diri sa Bukidnon. Ug tungod niya na kami nga naa dira sa sports, maabtikon kayo o mas maningkamot pagyod sa pagdala sa atong probinsya aron nga ang mga bata usab no mas maningkamot o mas maabot pagyud ang ilang mga pangandoy no. Salamat kayo, isa namo nga kanang memorable kayo ning nahitabo sa amo. Salamat o ang Ginoo mo'y magapanalangin kanatong tanan.
Thank you so much to Coach. Congratulations sa inyo. About sa athlete, siya raman isa, ato na ipastorya, bata. Ang athlete, apil sa palaro. Gold position sa palaro. Musunod.
Good morning, everyone, and I'm Samantha Jade P. Tigmo from Dangkagan, and nag-school ko sa Dolorosa Elementary School, and thankful kay ko sa everyone's support and kay God nga na ako'y strength.
Congratulations sa inyo, tanan, labi na sa imo, and for being pride sa inyong school, sa inyong munisipyo, and labi na dito sa atong probinsya, no? Ato bang palakpakan usab atong mga awardees?
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Ay, Mr. President, Mr. President, before ko, nalang ko additional information. Si Doc Pipito, swimmer po na siya tuuna. Oh, pero dili athlete, itlit. Thank you.
Honorable Presiding Officer, can I request, no? Nanamagin sila din regarding on their experience in Agusan Sur sa palaro. May I request our coach? Naka dito coach, di ba? Asa mo dapit naka-stay coach?
Dito sa Bayugan.
Layo, gid mo.
Coach, please use the mic.
Pag opening atong Bayugan, night, di ba, na, dito sa ilang round ball.
Yes.
Nato ilang katong big screen. Okay. So, dagdagabahan dito dito, coach.
Do wala mi adto dito gyud nga event, pero nakita namo og sumala pod sa ingon sa uban ng mga coaches. Grabe gid daw kayo ang suporta dito. No, and then napoy nagpresent adto na from Bukidnon katong nagkanta bitaw sa during sa Inimraa.
Okay.
Nagpresent po sila dito. And
Mayor's Night, the first Mayor's Night.
First night to siya.
So, naka dito sa Mayor's Night, coach.
Ako adto
Ang Bayugan, dito mo nagstay sa at the whole in Imraa.
ang whole in Nimraa nagstay dito sa Bayugan na quarter. But then ang uban nga mga swimmers man gyud, layo man gud ang Bayugan dito sa among event sa Patinay.
Sa complex,
Kay 1 hour man. So ang among gihimo, nag-rent mi dito sa Patinay na para nga among bata dili mabunog.
Tama, kahit magbiyahe pa man.
Okay, kung magsige mig biyahe every day para mag-training kay weeks pa man may before dito nag quarter. So, so far, nakita na mo po dito sa Agusan del Sur. Mapasalamaton po mi kay grabe po ang suporta dito. No? And, kuan po, mainiton po kayo ang ilang mga kuan dito po, ang ilang mga admins po dito. So, pareha regapon diri sa naitabo diri tong Inimraa. Same regapon. No, muna nga, padayon lang taninyo. Salamat kayo.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the restoration of our internal house rule.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Ay,
Proceeding.
excuse. Coach, pwede naman ma-excuse. Tig napay, labi na si, kay napay klase ata. Thank you once again.
Honorable Presiding Officer, from item number 1 to 7 by this representation, the second reading for the business for the day. And may I now proceed, Honorable Presiding Officer?
Please do so, Major Floor Leader.
On the item number 1, this is a committee report on the Committee on Rules and Privilege, to which was referred a proposed resolution number 182-2026 of the 28th SP, authored by the Honorable Board Member Marlon Brando Bukidnon, 2nd Legislative District, a resolution encouraging all the provincial, city, and municipal government offices within the province of Bukidnon to observe a voluntary 10-minute prayer and reflection before the opening of office hours every Monday for the months of June and July 2026, in prayer for a national unity, peace, good governance, and divine guidance for the Philippines. Have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation. This resolution seeks to encourage all the government offices in Bukidnon to observe a voluntary 10-minute prayer and reflection every Monday to foster unity and moral grounding among the public servants. This practice promotes the national unity, peace, and good governance by reminding officials of their responsibility to serve with integrity. It also seeks a divine guidance for the Philippines and our country, reinforcing the values of compassion, accountability, and collective hope for a better nation. Upon consideration of this matter referred to the committee and based on the findings, the committee hereby recommends for the approval and adoption of this resolution with a minor refinement on the title, which shall then be entitled a resolution encouraging all provincial, city, and municipal government offices within the province of Bukidnon to observe the voluntary 10-minute prayer and reflection before the opening of office hours every Monday for the national unity, peace, good governance, and divine guidance for the Philippines. The committees find this measure consistent with the promotion of moral values, civic responsibility, and public service. The committee further finds that the proposed measures promote the moral, spiritual values, and foster solidarity among the public servants, and encourage a culture responsible, ethical, service-oriented governance within the province of Bukidnon. The committee, after careful review, hereby recommend for the approval and proposed resolution number 182-2026 of the 28th SP, authored by the board member Marlon Brando Dinlayan, the 2nd Legislative District, Province of Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the scope of the Sangguniang Act. So recommended for the approval and adoption of this committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Honorable Presiding Officer, from item number 2 to 7, this 6 committee report in the Committee on Roles and Privileges are all the executive orders from the municipality of Bukidnon. And for item number 2, Honorable Presiding Officer, this is an order creating the committee executive order number 012, series of 2026, dated February 13, 2026. An order creating the Committee on Decorum and Investigation of the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. And item number 3, this is a committee report in the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, to which was referred an Executive Order number 009, series of 2026, dated February 4, 2026. An order directing the activation of the Emergency Operations Center and all Barangay Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Councils in the municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon, in view of the tropical cyclone Basyang. And in item number 4, this is again a executive order number 015, series of 2026, dated February 27, 2026. An order creating the municipal resilience team of the municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. And item number 5, this is an executive order number 018, series of 2026, and dated March 12, 2026. An order updating the composition of the Municipal Ecological Solid Waste Management Board of Baongon, Bukidnon. And item number 6, Honorable Presiding Officer, an executive order number 123, series of 2026, dated April 6, 2026, an order updating the composition of the Municipal Ecological Solid Waste Management Board and its technical working group of Baongon, Bukidnon, defining the functions and for other purposes. And last item, item number 7, this is an executive order number 013. Executive Order 013, series of 2026, dated February 27, 2026, an order designating the environmental and social safeguards focal person for the implementation of the DSWD Kalahi CIDSS Panahon ng Pagkilos Philippine Community Resilience Project in the municipality of Baongon. The committee determined that all the Baongon executive orders as promulgated by the local chief executive adheres completely to all the relevant laws, rules, and regulation. Thus, the committee, after careful and study, hereby recommend for the omnibus motion from item number 2 to 7, the approval of executive orders from the Office of the Municipal Mayor Baongon, Bukidnon for being proper in order within the scope of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So recommended for the approval and adoption of this all committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to item number 8, 9, and 10. For these 3 items, we will now recognize the gentleman from the municipality of Bantapan, our ex-officio board member, the Honorable Board Member Godofredo Balansag.
Board Member Balansag is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor. Mayong hapon sa tanan. Mayong hapon. Item number 8, 9, and 10 is all an executive order. Committee report of the Committee on Barangay and Local Government number 2026-041 of the 28th SP. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committee of Barangay and Local Government to which was referred Executive Order number 031, series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Reconstituting the Barangay Health Workers Registration and Accreditation Committee in the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submits their findings, comments, and recommendation. Findings: the committee finds the reconstitution of the Barangay Health Workers Registration and Accreditation Committee is necessary to ensure the continued registration, accreditation, recognition, and monitoring of qualified barangay health workers, thereby promoting compliance with existing laws and strengthening the delivery of primary health care services within the municipality of Baongon. The measures is consistent with the provisions of Republic Act number 7883, otherwise known as the Barangay Health Workers Benefits and Incentives Act of 1995 and its implementing rules and regulations. Recommendation: considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of Executive Order number 031, series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, for being proper and in accordance with law and within the scope of authority of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So, moving for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Moving to item number 9, again, it is a committee report. The committee report on the Committee on Barangay and Local Government number 2026-042. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committee on Barangay and Local Government, which was referred Executive Order number 036, series of 2026, dated May 19, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, an order adopting Presidential Decree number 1569 or 1569, otherwise known as the Barangay Nutrition Scholars or the BNA's Law, to strengthen the Barangay Nutrition Program in the municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submits their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the committee finds measure to responsive to the municipality's commitment to improving nutrition and health outcomes at the barangay level. The committee also finds the adoption of implementation of Presidential Decree number 1569 will strengthen the Barangay Nutrition Scholars or the BNS to effectively carry out their functions as frontline workers in addressing malnutrition and promoting proper nutrition practices within their respective communities. Thus, Executive Order is consistent with the state's policy of recognizing vital role of barangay nutrition scholars in safeguarding the health and well-being of children, pregnant women, and other vulnerable sectors of society. The committees likewise recognize the malnutrition remains significant concern affecting community development of public health. Through the adoption of Presidential Decree number 1569, the municipality of Baongon will better positioned to implement coordinated nutrition interventions, strengthen grassroots participation in health and nutrition programs, and improve the delivery of essential service to residents. The committee further notes that empowering barangay nutrition scholars through institutional support and recognition will contribute to the effective implementation of nutrition-related programs and policies and promote healthier communities throughout the municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon. Recommendation, considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of Executive Order number 036 series of 2026 dated May 19, 2026 from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon for being proper and in accordance with law and within the scope of authority of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So recommended for approval, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last item under item number 10. Again, committee report from the Committee on Barangay and Local Governments number 2026-043. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committee on Barangay and Local Government, which was referred Executive Order number 22, series of 2025, dated June 5, 2025, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled Constitution of the Municipal Validation Assessment and Recognition Task Team for Barangay Road Clearing Operations, halina't magtanim ng prutas at gulay o hapag under kalinisan sa Bagong Pilipinas Program of the Municipality of Damulog, Bukidnon. I've considered the same and hereby submits the findings, comments, and recommendation. Findings, the committee finds creation of Municipal Validation Assessment and Recognition Task Team is necessary to effectively monitor, assess, validate, and recognize barangays that faithfully implement the Barangay Road Clearing Operation or BARCO, halina't magtanim ng prutas at gulay or hapag and other related programs geared towards environmental protections, food security, and good local governance. The committee also finds the measures to be accord with the policies and directives of the Department of Interior and Local Government, particularly DILG Memorandum Circular number 2019-121 dated July 29, 2019, which mandates all government units to reclaim public roads and clear them of illegal structure, construction, and other obstructions to ensure the safe and orderly use of public thoroughfares. And DILG Memorandum Circular number 2023-017 dated January 25, 2023, which further strengthens and institutionalizes the implementation of barangay road clearing operation to ensure safe, accessible, and obstruction-free public roads and species. And DILG Memorandum Circular number 2023-011 dated January 3, 2023, which implements the halina't magtanim ng prutas at gulay or hapag sa barangay project as a strategy to diversify food sources, ensure food security, and strengthen the capacities of barangay towards sustainable agriculture initiatives and encourage community and household gardening. The committee likewise recognized that the sustained implementation of road clearing operation is essential in preserving public roads, sidewalks, and other right of way for intended public use, while promoting the HAPAG program encourages both sufficiency, nutrition, security, and community participation. Recommendation, considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of Executive Order Number 2022, Series of 2025, dated June 5, 2025, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, for being proper and in accordance with law and within the scope of authority of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate. So moving for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding
Thank you, Board Member Balansag. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 11 and 12, as requested by the Chairman of the Committee on Health, in behalf of him, by this representation, Honorable Presiding Officer, may I now proceed for the committee report on the Committee on Health on item number 11, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. This is the committee report number 081 of the 20th SP on the Committee on Health, to which was referred ordinance number 1111 of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod during the 42nd regular session, approved on May 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance establishing a program for the protection, conservation, and monitoring for the potable water sources in the city of Malaybalay, providing the penalties for violation and for other purposes. Have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation of the committee. The committee recognizes that the subject ordinance is anchored in Section 16 of Republic Act 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of the 1991, which mandates that every local government unit shall exercise the power expressly granted, those necessary implied therefore from, and as well as the powers necessary appropriate or incidental for its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare. The committee also found that the ordinance conforms to Section 2, Paragraph B of the Republic Act 9275, otherwise known as the Philippine Clean Water Act of 2014, which mandates the state to promote the environmental strategies, use of appropriate economic instruments, and of control mechanism for the protection of the water resources. Recommendation of the committee after review hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 1111 of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod, the 42nd regular session, approved on May 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and within the competence of the Sangguniang Panlungsod concerned to pass. So recommended for the approval and adoption of this committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. The last item in the Committee on Health, to which was referred, the committee report number 082 of the Committee on Health, to which was referred ordinance number 009 series of 2026, and approved on May 13, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon, entitled Institutionalizing the Observance of Breastfeeding Awareness Month every August in the municipality of Talakag and for other purposes, have considered the same, hereby submit the findings, comments, and recommendation of the committee. The committee recognizes that the subject ordinance is anchored in Republic Act 10028, otherwise known as the Expanded Breastfeeding Promotion Act of 2009, which mandates the state to adopt rooming in as a national policy to encourage, protect, and support the practice of breastfeeding. It shall create an environment where basic physical, emotional, and psychological needs of mothers and infants are fulfilled through the practice of rooming in, and breastfeeding. Breastfeeding has distinct advantages which benefit the infant and the mother, including the hospital and the country that adopt its practice. It is the first preventive health measures that can be given to the child at birth. It also enhances the mother-infant relationship. Furthermore, the practice of breastfeeding could save the country valuable foreign exchange that may otherwise be used for milk importation. Recommendation of the committee after review hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance number 009, series of 2026, approved on May 13, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. So recommended for the approval and adoption of this committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
For item number 13 in the committee report, Honorable Presiding Officer, may we now recognize our IPMR, Dato Renato Sumbungan.
Board Member Dato Sumbungan is recognized.
May dapon alan, may dapon mga August body, members of the August body. May ngapon sa atong majority leader, atong presiding officer, may ngapon.
Good afternoon.
Committee reports of the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities, Indigenous People. Number 2026, NIP 01828 SP. Mr. Chairman, the Committee Indigenous Cultural Communities, Indigenous People, to which was referred Ordinance Number 16TH SB, Series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Requiring Government Agencies, Private Entities, Resort Owners, and other stakeholders within the territorial jurisdiction of the municipality of Kitaw-Taw to secure pre and prior informed consent from the Matigsalog Manubo ICCIPs before implementing programs, project activities within the ancestral domain and for other purposes. Have considered the same, they hereby submit the comments, finding, and recommendation. Findings. The ordinance seeks to institutionalize the pre and prior informed consent process for all government agencies, private entities, resort owners, and stakeholders intending implementing program, project, and activities within ancestral domain, the Matigsalog Manubo ICCIPs in the municipality of Kitaw-Taw. The committee found that the ordinance is consistent with the Section 610 of Local Government Code of 1991, Republic Act Number 7160, which empowered local government units to enact measures and protect the rights of their constituents, including indigenous cultural communities, indigenous people. Furthermore, this ordinance serves as a vital local application of national legislative policies, specifically complementing the Indigenous Rights Act (EPRA) of 1987, Republic Act Number 8371, which mandates the state to recognize, protect, and promote the rights of ICCIPs to their ancestral domain and self-governance by formalizing these EPIC protocols. The municipalities ensure that development projects are conducted in manner that respect the rights, tradition, and aspiration of the Matigsalog Manubo people. Recommendation. The committee after due deliberation and careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of ordinance numbers 015-16 SP, series of 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within competence, the Sangguniang Bayan concerned pass. So recommend, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Presiding Officer, and thank you, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Dato.
Thank you, Honorable Dato Renato Sumbungan. Proceeding for item number 14 to 20, Honorable Presiding Officer, for this 7 item, may we now recognize a gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member, Attorney Holis Simon Santo.
Board Member Attorney Monsanto is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. This is a committee report on the Committee on Appropriations, which involved resolutions coming from the municipality of Cabanglasan, Kadingilan, Maramag, and Manol Fortis, respectively, all of the province of Bukidnon, which will be subject of an omnibus motion, Mr. Presiding Officer. First is referred to the Committee on Appropriations. First was Resolution number 2026-174 of the 60th Regular Session, 60th Council, dated April 21, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution adopting the Local Development Investment Program 2026 to 2028, supplemental number 01, and Annual Investment Program 2026, supplemental number 01 of the Local Government Unit of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. Next is Resolution number 2026-182 of the 17th Regular Session, 16th Council, dated April 28, 2026, also coming from the Sangguniang Bayan of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan for Supplemental Budget Number 1, Calendar Year 2026 of the Local Government Unit of Cabanglasan, Bukidnon. Third is Resolution number 2026-396 of the 17th ESB, 44th Regular Session, dated May 11, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kadingilan, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution adopting Resolution number 05-2026 of the Municipal Development Council, this municipality, entitled a resolution approving the programs, projects, and activities under Supplemental Annual Investment Program number 2 for calendar year 2026 of the Municipality of Kadingilan in the total amount of 17,895,605 pesos and 44 centavos. Next is Resolution number 2026-356 dated April 8, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Maramag, Bukidnon, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the Supplemental Annual Investment Program number 1 for calendar year 2026 of the Municipality of Maramag, Bukidnon. Next is Resolution number 2026-424 of the 19th Regular Session dated May 14, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Manolo Fortis, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution approving the Supplemental Annual Investment Program number 1 for calendar year 2026 of the Municipality of Manolo Fortis, Bukidnon as amended. And last is Resolution number 2026-442 of the 19th Regular Session dated May 14, 2026, also from the Sangguniang Bayan of Manolo Fortis, Bukidnon, entitled a resolution approving the updated Local Development Investment Program of the Municipality of Manolo Fortis, Bukidnon for calendar year 2026. As to the findings, Mr. Presiding Officer, upon review of those resolutions submitted by the different municipalities as mentioned, the Provincial Planning and Development Office found that those resolutions are consistent with the planned activities of the municipality concerned. It was likewise found to be in order and followed the prescribed planning procedures. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend for the approval of those resolutions, Mr. Presiding Officer, of the respective Sangguniang Bayan of the province of Bukidnon for being proper, in order, and within the competence of those of the said Sangguniang Bayan concerned to pass. Moving for an omnibus motion for the approval of those resolutions, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last committee report is up number 20 is Appropriation Ordinance number 30 of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod Series of 2026 of the 40th Regular Session approved on May 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, entitled an ordinance authorizing supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 involving the amount of 952,594,060 pesos and 75 centavos general fund and 6,515,170 pesos and 46 centavos public utilities and economic enterprise for the various expenditures program for the city of Malaybalay. As to the findings, the ordinance aims to authorize supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 from the General Fund, Public Utilities, and Economic Enterprise for the various expenditures program of the City of Malaybalay. The ordinance was duly transmitted to the Provincial Budget Office on May 25, 2026 and was subjected to preliminary verification in accordance with the revised LBR Form number 1B prior to the conduct of the technical review. However, verification revealed the absence and or need for revision of several required budgetary documents. The following were noted. 1. No attached City Development Council resolution approving supplemental budget number 1, supplemental annual investment program. 2. The LGU is advised to include a provision stating that the implementation of the salary rate under Executive Order number 64 for the funded position shall be subject to the issuance of the subsequent guidelines by the DBM. Number 3, to revise the general certification to correct the amount in words. Number 4, to submit the signed certification of surplus for calendar year 2025. 5, to submit the SAOB for continuing appropriations. 6, for reversions continuing appropriations. A certification of completed projects must be issued and duly signed by the LFC and the municipal/city engineer to submit the itemized sources and revenues for reversion. Number 7, certification of realignment for non-priority to priority programs. Number 8, verified closing special budget if source is from retained earnings/surplus. Not yet submitted for verification, final technical analysis sheet for annual budget 2026 has not yet been released. And number 9, if PS is appropriated, verify if plantilla or personnel is needed to be integrated to the appropriation ordinance. Further, the incorporated personnel schedule for calendar year 2026 under this supplemental budget is not in place, as it reflects different authorized rates under the local budget circular number 165, thus second tranche compared to those provided in the approved calendar year 2026 annual budget under the third tranche of the Executive Order number 64. Likewise, appropriated wages and other fringe benefits for casual employees amounting to 75,480,000. A separate plantilla of positions for casual employees should be incorporated to facilitate the proper review of their salaries and benefits to ensure alignment with those granted to regular employees pursuant to LBC number 152 dated August 2, 2023. In the light of the foregoing, the Provincial Budget Office respectfully recommend that Appropriation Ordinance number 30 of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod, Series of 2026 of the 40th regular session be referred back to the concerned LGO for appropriate actions to ensure compliance with the legal and budgetary requirements. Thus, the committee, after review, hereby recommend that Appropriation Ordinance number 30 of the 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod, Series of 2026 of the 40th regular session approved on May 4, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon be referred back to its origins for compliance with the aforementioned findings. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion to refer back. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Board Member Attorney Monsanto.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Proceeding to item number 21 to 30, may we now recognize the gentleman from the 4th Legislative District for these 10 items, the Honorable Board Member, Attorney Oliver Owen Baba Garcia.
Board Member Attorney Garcia is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, Majority Floor Leader, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, staff, maayong hapon sa tanan.
Maayong hapon.
Committee report number item number 21 is committee report of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, committee report number L-298. The committee to which was referred the letter dated April 28, 2026 with attachment of Provincial Governor Rogelio Neil P. Roque requesting his August body for the passage of a resolution granting the provincial government for the authority to donate and further authorizing to execute and sign the corresponding deed of donation and acceptance in favor of the Salimbalan Integrated School. The subject of this donation is a portion of a parcel of land situated at Barangay Salimbalan, Baungon, Bukidnon, owned by the provincial government of Bukidnon and covered by original certificate of title number 247 with a total land area of 56,711 square meters, while the total area of the property is 56,711 square meters. This request for authority specifically pertains to a portion consisting only of 9,962 square meters. have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The committee found that the Salimbalan Integrated School has been occupying and utilizing the subject portion of land for several years, and that the proposed donation is necessary to establish the legal basis for the school to secure a separate title in its name. Upon verification and review of the submitted documents, including the draft deed of donation, OCT number 247, and the sketch plan/technical description, the committee confirmed from the Provincial Engineering Office that the subject property is owned by the provincial government of Bukidnon, having been transferred by the national government and originally intended for educational purposes. The committee further noted that the request pertains only to 9,962 square meters of the total land area and found no legal impediment to the proposed donation, considering that the intended use of the property remains educational in nature. It was likewise recognized that formal ownership or legal authority over the property would strengthen the school's eligibility for future infrastructure and development projects. Principal Barrio explained that Salimbalan Integrated School, as an integrated school, continues to require additional space to support future expansion. She stated that while the school initially intended to request the donation of the entire property, only 9,962 square meter portion is being proposed for donation at this time. The chair acknowledged the practicality of the arrangement and recommended that the present request covering the identified portion be pursued without prejudice to the filing of a subsequent request for additional area should future expansion becomes necessary. The chair further emphasized that in the interest of timely implementation, the request be approved to facilitate the transfer of ownership and completion of the necessary legal documentation over the donated area, thereby enabling the school to qualify for future infrastructure development projects. Recommendations. The committee, after careful deliberations, hereby recommend the adoption and approval of the request of the provincial governor, Leonel Roque, to execute and sign the corresponding deed of donation in favor of Salimbalan Integrated School for a portion of a parcel of land situated at Barangay Salimbalan, Baungon, Bukidnon, with an area of 9,962 square meters. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
May I just read the title of the resolution? A resolution authorizing the provincial governor, Leonel P. Roque, to donate and execute the deed of donation in favor of Salimbalan Integrated School, covering a portion of provincial government property located at Barangay Salimbalan, Baungon, Bukidnon, covered by OCT number 247, consisting of 9,962 square meters. So moving for the approval of the said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 are ordinances and a resolution coming from several municipalities and cities in the province of Bukidnon. Item number 22 is an ordinance from the Sangguniang Bayan of Lantapan. Item number 23 is an ordinance coming from the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon. Item number 24 is also an ordinance from the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon. Item number 25 is a resolution from the City of Malaybalay. Item number 26 is an ordinance from the City of Valencia. Item number 27 is an ordinance from the City of Valencia. Item number 28 is an ordinance from also the City of Valencia. All these ordinances and resolutions were reviewed and found to be proper and in order. And with that, Mr. Chair, may I move for an omnibus motion to approve the following committee reports. Committee report of the Committee on Laws, Committee report number L-299, Committee report involving Ordinance Number 291 Series of 2026, approved on April 13, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Lantapan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Requiring All Municipal Employees, including job orders of the Municipality of Lantapan, Bukidnon, to participate in a weekly pulot basura activity every Friday at 4 p.m. to 4:45 o'clock in the afternoon. Item 22 is Committee Report of the Committee on Laws, number 300.
23.
Item 23, covering Committee Report number 300 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, which is a review of Ordinance number 10, Series of 2026, approved on May 13, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon, entitled Declaring every second week of November as Financial Literacy Week in the Municipality of Talakag and integrating financial literacy compliance as a requirement for accreditation and continuing recognition of people's organizations, cooperatives, and other civil society organizations in the Municipal Development Council. Item number 24 is a Committee Report number 301 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, reviewing Ordinance number 11, Series of 2026, approved on May 13, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon, entitled Regulating the Use of National, Provincial, and Municipal Roads within the jurisdiction of the Municipality of Talakag during big bike endurance competition and similar events. Item number 25 is Committee Report number 302 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, reviewing Resolution number 2026-0532 of the 10th Sangguniang Panglungsod, 42nd Regular Session, dated May 5, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Malaybalay City, Bukidnon, entitled A Resolution Addressed to the Land Registration Authority and the Department of Justice urging the immediate appointment of a Register of Deeds in the province of Bukidnon. Item number 26 is Committee Report number 303 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, reviewing Ordinance number 39-2026, 10th SP, 32nd Regular Session, approved on April 14, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Regulating Endurance Challenges, Drag Races, and similar motorcycle and motorized vehicle events on all public roads within the city of Valencia. Item number 26. 6, no? Natanggal mo. Is 27,
27.
Rather, 27. Is a Committee Report number 304 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, reviewing Ordinance number 40-2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Creating the Valencia City Dangerous Drugs Administrative Board, defining its powers and functions and for other purposes. The committee, in all this review of ordinance and resolutions, found that the same is proper in order in the scope of the Sangguniang Bayan to enact or Sangguniang Panglungsod to enact, and so therefore recommends for the omnibus approval of this committee report. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's an omnibus motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 28, nabiyaan, sige lang, is Committee Report number 305 of the Committee on Laws, Justice and Human Rights, reviewing Ordinance number 41-2026, 10th SP, 33rd Regular Session, approved on April 15, 2026, of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Valencia City, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Adopting the Provisional Fare Adjustment for Motorellas Operating within the City of Valencia. The Committee, after careful study, hereby recommends for the approval of Ordinance number 41-2026, 10th SP, 33rd Regular Session, approved on April 15, 2026, of the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Valencia, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the scope of the Sangguniang Tinak. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 29 is Committee Report number 306 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, to which was referred Ordinance number 2026-16, 17th SB 38 regular session approved on April 6, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kadingilan, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting Billiard Owners to Allow Minors to Engage in Billiard Games Involving Gambling in the Municipality of Kadingilan, Bukidnon, have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The committee deeply recognizes and supports the primary intent of the Municipality of Kadingilan to protect the physical, moral, spiritual, and social well-being of minors. Allowing young people to engage in billiard games that involve betting or wagering exposes them to severe developmental risk, including academic neglect, financial distress, and psychological issues like depression. Furthermore, it creates an environment that may drive minors to resort to theft and other delinquent acts to replenish lost money. To combat this, billiard games involving gambling must be strictly prohibited and aggressively discouraged in line with national mandates, specifically Presidential Decree 1602 prescribing stiffer penalties for illegal gambling and Republic Act number 7610. However, a review of Section 3 of the proposed ordinance reveals a critical, logical, and legal contradiction. While the measure seeks to eliminate gambling, Section 3 relaxes this stance by allowing minors to play through the payment of, quote, tong, unquote. Traditionally, a house collection or percentage taken from betting pools, as long as it occurs during non-school and non-class hours. Legally, regulating the operating hours of an activity that involves a tong system does not strip it of its gambling nature. Instead, it risks legitimizing an illegal activity under the guise of an after-school pastime, simply disallowing minors from entering an establishment where illegal betting takes place does not absolve the establishment or cure the illegality of the activity itself. Furthermore, while Section 4 provides well-meaning exceptions for recreational play and organized sports tournaments, local ordinances must be carefully crafted to facilitate youth sports development under the Local Government Code of 1991 rather than inadvertently supporting or providing legal loopholes for commercial gambling. The exceptions must apply strictly to non-gambling, school-sanctioned, or strictly regulated community sports event to prevent commercial billiard halls from using recreation as a cover for illegal betting. Recommendation. The committee, after careful study, hereby recommend that Ordinance Number 2026-16, 17th SB 38 regular session approved on April 6, 2026 with Sangguniang Bayan of Kadingilan, Bukidnon be referred back to its origin for compliance of the aforementioned findings. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Finally, item 30 is Committee Report number 307 of the Committee on Laws, Justice, and Human Rights, to which was referred Ordinance number 12, Series of 2026, approved on May 13, 2026 with Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon, entitled Institutionalizing the Local Franchising and Regulatory Committee and Providing Guidelines and Policies in the Grant of Franchises to Motorela, Tricabs, Motorized Tricycles, Tricycad, Habal-Habal, e-vehicles consolidated and operating under duly organized associations, cooperatives, or corporations in the Municipality of Talakag, Province of Bukidnon. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The ordinance, while anchored on the legitimate objective of promoting a safe, efficient, affordable, and environmentally sustainable local transport system, must still operate within the limits of authority granted to local government units under the Local Government Code and applicable national laws. Although LGUs are empowered to regulate certain local transport modes such as tricycles, for hire, tricycads, and other conveyances operating strictly within municipal jurisdiction, the power to grant franchises for public transportation is generally vested in national agencies, particularly the Land Transportation Franchising Regulatory Board and the Republic Act number 11659 or the Public Service Act as amended. Transport services such as motorcycles for hire or habal-habal fall under the regulatory jurisdiction of DOTR and LTFRB, especially where these are governed by national policies or pilot programs and are not within the independent franchising authority of LGUs. In this regard, any provision of the ordinance that authorizes local franchising and regulatory committee to grant franchises or regulate habal-habal may be considered ultra vires as it encroaches upon powers reserved to national transportation agencies. While the ordinance may remain valid insofar as it governs transport modes within LGU competence, its legal vulnerability arises when it extends coverage to habal-habal under its regulatory scheme. Thus, Section 6 coverage should be carefully refined to expressly exclude motorcycles for hire or habal-habal and other transport services regulated by the DOTR or LTFRB. The amendment would prevent any overlap in jurisdiction and ensure that the ordinance remains consistent with existing national regulatory frameworks. As such, the ordinance must be refined to ensure compliance with lawful scope of local legislative authority and with the mandatory requirement of publication for ordinances imposing penalty provisions, thereby strengthening its validity and enforceability. Recommendation. The committee, after careful study, hereby recommend that Ordinance Number 12, Series of 2026, approved on May 13, 2026, of the Sangguniang Bayan of Talakag, Bukidnon, be referred back to its origin for compliance of the aforementioned findings. So recommended, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion to refer back. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Board Member Attorney Garcia.
Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed to item number 31 and 32 for these two items. May we now recognize a gentleman from the 1st Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Elizer Unahon.
Board Member Elizer Unahon is recognized.
Salamat, Majority Floor Leader and our Presiding Officer. Committee Report number 2025-P-01012 of the 28th SP. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committees on Public Services, Utilities and Transportation, to which was referred Executive Order number 09, Series of 2025, dated February 17, 2025, to the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Creating the Local Public Transport Route Plan or LPTRP Planning Team for the Formulation of Local Public Transport Route Plan, have considered the same and do hereby submit their comments, findings, and recommendations. The executive order creates a specialized technical data gathering and drafting body within the local government unit of Damulog, specifically tasked with preparing, studying, and formulating the municipality's local public transport route plan. The committee finds that the executive order is pursuant to Section 16 of Republic Act number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, which provides that every local government unit shall exercise the powers expressly granted, those necessarily implied therefrom, as well as powers necessary, appropriate, or incidental for its efficient and effective governance, and those which are essential to the promotion of the general welfare. Recommendations. The committee, after careful study, hereby recommends the approval of Executive Order number 09, Series of 2025, dated February 17, 2025, the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and well within the legal competence of local chief executive to issue. So recommended, Your Honor.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. A second committee report. Committee report number 2026-P-013 of the 20th ISB. Mr. Chairman, the Committee on the Public Services, Utilities, and Transportation, to which was referred Executive Order number 21, series of 2025, dated June 5, 2025, the office of the municipal mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Tasking the Philippine Long Distance Telephone or PLDT Company to properly arrange installed wirings and cables within Poblacion Damulog, Bukidnon, have considered the same and do hereby submit their comments, findings, and recommendations. The executive order directs the Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company to systematically organize, clear, and safely arrange its sagging or improperly installed network infrastructure within Barangay Poblacion, the urban center of Damulog. The committee finds that the order is a valid exercise of the police powers vested in the local government unit through Section 16 of Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, haphazardly installed and tangled utility wires constitute a public nuisance and a clear hazard to public safety, residential properties, and large transport vehicles operating along municipal thoroughfares. Also, the issuance of this order is likewise recognized as an appropriate exercise of the administrative powers of the municipal mayor under Section 444 of subparagraph B and 2 of Republic Act 7160, which authorizes the local chief executive to issue executive order necessary for the proper enforcement of safety laws and preservation of public order within the municipality territorial jurisdiction. The committee, after careful study, hereby recommends the approval of Executive Order Number 21 Series of 2025, dated June 5, 2025, of the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, for being proper in order and well within the legal competence of the local chief executive to issue. So recommended, Your Honor.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Board Member Elisar Onahan. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, thank you very much for items, proceeding to items number 33 and 34. For these two items, may we now recognize a gentleman from the 2nd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Marlon Randu Dinlayan.
Board Member Marlon Dinlayan is recognized.
Thank you, distinguished Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Presiding Officer, and members of this honorable chamber. I have only two committee reports. First, the committee report of the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry. Mr. Presiding Officer, the Committee on Ways and Means, Trade and Industry, to which was referred Executive Order Number 022, Series of 2026, approved on March 30, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Reconstituting the Local Price Coordinating Council, LPCC, of the Municipality of Baongon, Bukidnon, defining its composition and functions and for other purposes, have been considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings. The executive order is consistent with Republic Act Number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, which empowers local government units to implement measures related to consumer protection, including stabilizing prices of basic necessities and essential goods, which provides the legal basis for establishing such council. The state will effectively and sufficiently protect consumers from hoarding, profiteering, and cartels related to the supply, distribution, marketing, and pricing of goods, particularly during calamities, emergencies, or when there is widespread illegal price manipulation. The Local Price Coordinating Council in the Municipality of Baongon must be organized to properly monitor, enforce regulations, and apprehend unscrupulous individuals or business establishments that may take advantage thereby. It is a need to reconstitute and activate the LPCC in the municipality of Baongon to ensure responsiveness to price and supply issues affecting consumers. Moreover, the council shall carry out, implement, and enforce all the policies and decisions of the National Police Coordinating Council and to recommend actions or steps to correct unwarranted price increase and supply shortages. Recommendation: considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends for the approval of Executive Order number 022, Series of 2026, approved on March 30, 2026, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Baongon, Bukidnon, for being in accordance with the law and within the scope of authority of the local chief executive concerned to promulgate, so recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Last committee report of the Committee on Beautification and Tourism. The Committee on Beautification and Tourism, to which was referred ordinance number 012, 16th SB, Series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, entitled An Ordinance Requiring All Resorts and All Tourism-Related Accommodations Operating within the Municipality of Kitaw-Taw to have at least one personnel trained and certified in basic life support, BLS, providing penalties for non-compliance and for other purposes, have been considered the same and hereby submit its findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: the ordinance requires all resorts and hotels operating within the municipality to ensure that at least one personnel per shift is trained and certified in basic life support, BLS, as a measure to enhance emergency preparedness and protect the safety and welfare of guests and visitor. It provides for the submission and posting of BLS certifications, regular monitoring by the Municipal Health Office and other concerned municipal offices, and the imposition of progressive penalties for non-compliance. It also authorizes municipal support for BLS training, particularly for small and medium-sized establishments to facilitate compliance. Hence, the committee finds that the ordinance is legally grounded on Section 16 and Section 447A(1) of the Local Government Code of 1991. Yes, 1991. Republic Act number 7160, which authorize local government units to enact measures promoting public health, safety, and general welfare. It is likewise consistent with Presidential Decree number 856, Code on Sanitation of the Philippines, and the safety objectives embodied in the Department of Tourism's accreditation standards. Recommendation: considering the foregoing, the committee hereby recommends the approval of Ordinance number 012, 16th Sangguniang Bayan, Series of 2026, approved on April 15, 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Kitaw-Taw, Bukidnon, for being proper, in order, and within the competence of the Sangguniang to enact. So recommended, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Board Member Marlon Dunlayan. Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Presiding Officer, proceeding to item number 35 for this one item, may we now recognize a gentleman from the 3rd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Jose Miguel Fortich.
Board Member Fortich is recognized. Gusto niyo mag-break? Dahil magtanan ako siya.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. The Committee on Agriculture and Cooperatives, to which was referred Executive Order number 28, series of 2025, dated September 19, 2025, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog, Bukidnon, entitled An Order Constituting the Municipal Census Coordinating Board, MCCB, and designating the municipal focal person for the conduct of the Census of Agriculture and Fisheries, CAF, and other statistical activities of the Philippine Statistical Authority, PSA, starting in the last week of September 2025. Have considered the same and hereby submit their findings, comments, and recommendations. Findings: this order seeks to create a permanent municipal census coordinating board, MCCB, in Damulog to improve coordination and support for census and statistical activities and to ensure the availability of accurate and reliable data for effective governance and development planning. The committee finds the Philippine Statistics Authority, PSA, pursuant to Republic Act number 10625, is mandated to conduct periodic censuses and surveys that serve as vital sources of statistical data for national and local planning policy formulation, program implementation, and resource allocation. The committee further finds that census operations require extensive coordination among national government agencies, local government units, barangays, and other stakeholders to ensure the completeness, accuracy, and reliability of data collection activities. Institutionalizing the Municipal Census Coordinating Board, MCCB, in Damulog. The absence of a permanent coordinating mechanism may affect the continuity of planning, coordination, resource mobilization, and support for census and other statistical activities. The committee likewise recognizes the reliable statistical information is essential in the formulation of development plans, agricultural programs, social protection initiatives, disaster preparedness measures, and investment decisions within the province. Consequently, the institutionalization of the Municipal Census Coordinating Board will strengthen interagency collaboration, promote efficient and effective census operation, and ensure sustained support for all statistical activities conducted by the PSA and other concerned agencies. Recommendation: the committee, after review and careful study, hereby recommend for the approval of Executive Order number 28 series of 2025 dated September 19, 2025 from the Office of the Municipal Mayor of Damulog for being proper and in order within the scope of the local chief executive to promulgate. So recommended.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Board Member Fortich.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Did you come makipag-break?
Honorable Presiding Officer, we will now proceed to the new business for the day. For item number 36, may we now again recognize the gentleman from the 1st Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Eliser is Onahon.
Board Member Eliser Onahon is recognized.
Salamat, Majority Floor Leader and our Presiding Officer. I propose resolution number 206-2026 of the 28th SP, a resolution extending commendation and a formal recognition to Jim Lewell Sabalod Fabela for his remarkable leadership and athletic excellence as team captain, guiding his squad to the secondary boys football championship and earning the best Defender Award in the 2026 Palarong Pamansa held on May 24 to 31, 2026 in Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur. Whereas during the 2026 Palarong Pamansa held from May 24-31, 2026 in Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur, the secondary boys football tournament gathered the country's most elite young footballers. Whereas serving with supreme distinction as team captain Jim Lewell Sabalod Fabela, as a proud native of Barangay Damilag, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, masterfully spearheaded his squad to secure the historic secondary boys football championship in May 30, 2026. Moving for the approval of this resolution, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding.
Thank you, Board Member Eliseo Unahon.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. May we now proceed to item number 37. May we now again, recognize the gentleman from the 3rd Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member, Jose Miguel Fortich.
Busa di ay.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. Proposed resolution number 207-2026-28 is being entitled a resolution commending and congratulating the provincial government of Bukidnon for receiving the Walang Gutom Awards 2025 in recognition of its exemplary contribution and commitment to food security, nutrition, and community development. Whereas the Department of Social Welfare and Development, DSWD, through the Walang Gutom Awards 2025 recognizes individuals, organizations, institutions, municipalities, barangays, and stakeholders who have demonstrated outstanding efforts and initiatives in promoting food security, nutrition programs, sustainable livelihood, and hunger alleviation within their respective communities. Whereas 50 different LGU levels, including barangays, municipalities, cities, and provinces, were assessed and screened, with the top 20, including the provincial government of Bukidnon, advancing to the national finals. Whereas the award highlights the importance of collaborative efforts among the Department of Social Welfare and Development, DSWD, government agencies, Galing Pook Foundation, local government units, private organizations, and community partners in addressing hunger, for promoting the welfare of the people, ensuring access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. Whereas the recipient of the Walang Gutom Award 2025 have shown dedication, innovation, and commitment in implementing programs and activities that contribute the reduction of food insecurity and the improvement of the quality of life and of the people of Bukidnon. Whereas the provincial government of Bukidnon recognizes the significant role and invaluable contribution of these awardees in advancing the objectives of sustainable development, public welfare, and community empowerment throughout the province. Now, therefore, on motion of yours truly, duly seconded, all the members present in the session assembled, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved, commending and congratulating the provincial government of Bukidnon for receiving the Walang Gutom Award 2025 in recognition of its exemplary contribution and commitment to food security, nutrition, and community development. Moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Board Member Fortich.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Honorable Presiding Officer, the last 21 items in the new business for the day from item number 38 to 58. May we now again recognize a gentleman from the 4th Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Attorney Oliver Owen Baba Garcia.
Board Member Attorney Garcia is recognized.
Damo gid ya. Item number 38, Mr. Chair, is a letter dated May 25 from the Provincial Governor requesting this August body for the issuance of a resolution for the post-harvest facilities through the Rice Competitive Enhancement Fund Mechanization Competent Drying System Warehouse 2 at the Bukidnon Provincial Grain Center in Barangay Sinabuagan, Valencia City. I move that this be referred to the Committee on Engineering, as I have some questions which is not answerable by the attachments. Item number 39 is a letter dated June 1 from the Governor requesting this August body for issuance of a resolution of no objection in support of the institution's application for a special patent before the Community Environment and Natural Resources Office. The issuance of the requested resolution will significantly contribute to the legalization and protection of the school's occupancy and use of the property, ensuring its continued availability for the benefit of present and future learners, teachers, school personnel, and community it serves in Malaybalay City Central. I initially wanted to refer this to the committee because I cannot understand this statement. Why will we issue a resolution of no objection over a property of the City Central School? If you look at this, the secretary, please. You copied this from the communications sent to you by the people there.
Yeah.
And if you do not look at the attached documents, you will never understand. And this is always the challenge here. Murata oga kuan. Murata ga unsa tawag ani. This property DI is owned, claimed by the provincial government. So we are actually waiving our rights over this property because Malaybalay City Central School is applying for a title. So that should have been the statement of the communication here. Now, I really do not understand why they cannot say that. Yeah, it would be easier for all of us here to understand that this is a government, provincial property claimed by the provincial government without a title, and the City Central School is applying for a title because this is where the school is built, and therefore request the provincial government to waive its rights in favor of the school. So, then I would have dali ron ta kayo tunan nahurot akong oras binasa sa tanan attachments. So, if they cannot clarify it there sa kuan sa mga taga legal, maybe you at the secretariat level you just clarify para sayo na lang. Because really, if you just read this, Attorney Monsanto, we will not really understand why we are going to pass a resolution of no objection when there is no information that this is owned by the provincial government or claimed at the very least by the provincial government. So, having clarified that, may I just again move to approve the request of the governor authorizing him to sign an affidavit of waiver of rights in behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon over our interest in the 5-hectare property located at the Malaybalay City Central School, Barangay 4, Malaybalay City, Bukidnon. So moving, Mr. Chair.
So there's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 40 is also one of the items requested earlier, which we had a committee hearing this morning. Now, this is a request of the governor to spend our income or shares from Energy Regulatory ER 1-94, which is the share of the provincial government from Napocor in the amount of 1,913,748.68. Again, if you read this, unsa ni? Duha mo din eh. Asia Green Energy Corporation 54,900 pesos and 60 centavos, and from Napocor in the amount of 1,000,000 913,748 pesos and 68 centavos. Now, if you read these communications, you will not understand that there is a utilization guideline for ER 1-94. So, buying air conditioning units, will this be part of the authorized utilization guideline? I-authorize ba tagpalit og aircon under that ER 1-94? Apparently, ganihang buntag, ang guidelines, it should be spent for, number 1, electrification. Number 2, livelihood. Number 3, health and education. Number 4, COVID response. So definitely, wala na may COVID, so di na ito magamit. In the clarification this morning, they said nga kanidang mga air conditioning units gamiton sa different hospitals of the province of Bukidnon. But again, reading the communication, wala gyapon na diya unsa ni. I don't know kung kisay mananagna diri sa atoa. Ako lang ning i-emphasize kay balik-balik ko gyud ning emphasize hanto dili ni makorek. Kay kapoy yun kayo magtudlo og mga abogado nga pastilan. Dili makasimple communication. Nag-apologize man hinuon ganyan taga-legal tungod kay naghangkono kayo ilang trabaho. But anyway, this was clarified already and these items kay air conditioning unit manggihapon tong nauna. Kini air conditioning unit gihapon all to be utilized. Naay kaning washing machine ra. Duha ka washing machine para sa BPMC kay nagwa daw ila hospital gyapon. So all the rest for emergency room, for sa mga X-ray room, kay nangaguba na daw ang aircon. So wa man day nato na budget so diri nila lagi charge kay pwede man ma-charge because of health. So again, if the legal office cannot clarify, please clarify that in our agenda aron sa yon. So with that, Mr. Chair, having clarified that, I move to approve items 40 and 41 on the request of the Governor to utilize the funds from our share of ER 1-94 in the amount of 54,900 pesos and 60 centavos and 1,913,748 pesos and 68 centavos for the purpose intended, the purchase of various air conditioning units to be utilized or used in our various hospitals operated by the provincial government. So moving for the approval of the request of the Governor and granting him authority to purchase these items, Mr. Chair. 40 and 41. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Okay. Item number 42. 42 na ba?
42.
Okay. Is a request of the Governor dated June 2, 2026, requesting this August body to allow the PGB to obtain a loan from the Land Bank to finance the proposed LGU counterpart of PRDP projects under Department of Agriculture to farm to market roads in the municipalities of Kalilangan, Lantapan, Malitbog, and Malitbog, Bukidnon. Further, requesting the provincial governor to represent the PGB in the negotiation, execution, and implementation of all loan agreements, applications, certifications, undertakings, and other documents necessary and incidental thereto. So kita na mag-request kang GOB to represent PGB or authorizing the GOB to negotiate in behalf of the PGB. Diba? So how these are worded is really terrible. Also, Mr. Chairman, the amount that is being loaned is not mentioned here, which is important unta to kay necessary related to the subject matter that the governor is asking for authority. So pangayo siya og authority to enter into a loan. How much? If you look at this document, wala. But there is a purpose intended for PRDP counterpart of LGUs to cover creation or construction of roads, which is about 30.0184 kilometers. So how much is the loan? If you don't go to the attached documents, you would not know. Second question, how much is the counterpart? Yeah, and how much is that?
10%.
Because if you look at the records, 10% akong hibawaan, but there's information nga nag-increase daw. But there is no information here. So, again, for lack of information, may I just move this matter for committee hearing to the Committee on dapat laws and laws kay application benefit for loan and revenue generation. Kasi chairman sa RevGen or APRO. So we would know, okay, this will create an obligation on the part of the provincial government.
Yes, I believe these are one of those proposed, di ba? Doon natin proposal on nga mag-loan pero gihold o sa inabiyans, ay na mo apply og loan ko na ana ang specific items to be funded by the loan.
Yes, I think murag na sa information nga nanay approval ni sa PRDP. Nanay initial, so kinanglan lang nila counterpart o may kahatag ang LGU, kita ang mag-loan, mag-shoulder sa counterpart.
Can we have it a joint committee of the laws and appropriations?
Yes, so this matter be referred to the Committee on Laws, Joint Committee on Laws and Appropriation. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded.
Ay, sa.
Motion approved.
Relax lang sa. Referral lang sa. Item 43 is a letter dated May 20 from the Governor requesting this August body for the provincial governor to sign and execute a special patent application and all other necessary documents relative to the transfer of ownership of certain parcels of land intended for Bukidnon Provincial Hospital, Talakag BPH Talakag, in favor of the provincial government of Bukidnon. The subject parcel of land is described as follows: Assessor's Lot Number 02, the 005, Cadastral Lot Number 165, CAD 630-D, located at Barangay 3, Talakag, Bukidnon. Again, if you analyze this, parcels of land to be transferred to the provincial government. So, nagpalit lugar ta og yuta, way titulo, kay i-transfer pa man sa atua. But, why is the governor applying for a patent if this is not, if we purchase this? Diba? So, this is an untitled property and did we purchase it? So, if di ka mo tanaw sa document again, ang document, if you look at, can you click that one? The document is declared in the name of, what is that? Commission? Commission on Election? So we built BPH Talakag Hospital in a property owned by the Philippine Commission on whatever is that, I cannot read.
Medicare Commission.
Ha?
Philippine Medicare
Commission? Okay. So, it's owned by Philippine Medicare Commission. Does it exist as a corporate body of the government? And do we have authority to build, to apply? So, again, Mr. Chair, may I just refer this again to the Committee on Laws? Because I have a lot of questions. If we are applying for a title, then information should be given in favor of the provincial government by Philippine Medicare Commission. Or else, we get in trouble, kaya pangang kontagyuta nga di ato.
Building a hospital, dili ato yuta.
Yeah. Yes.
In addition to that, Mr. Presiding Officer, we need to get the V-37 form from the DENR.
Yes.
Because that is an untitled property.
Correct. So kaniyong nga mga information, i-provide unta sa legal ba? Kung gusto nila mag-authorize ta sa gobernador. Mura man dili mga lawyer ang gahimo ani. And I cannot blame the gov, okay? Again and again, I cannot blame the gov because he relies on the legal team there. So, I don't know if they have no experience in applying for a title. Anyway,
I'll just refer this.
so refer this to the Committee on Laws, Mr. Chair. Item number 44. Okay ni. is a letter from the governor requesting for authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement between the provincial government of Bukidnon and Augustus Lying-in Clinic. This is usually as a referral hospital, di ba? So with that, Mr. Chair, we've been doing this for some time. We understand this already. Move to approve the request of the governor and pass a resolution authorizing the governor to sign a memorandum of agreement for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon between Augustus Lying-in Clinic to shortcut affiliate BPMC ba?
Affiliate with BPMC.
As an affiliate of BPMC. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 45 is also a request of the governor requesting for authority to enter into a MOA between the provincial government of Bukidnon and the General Services Multipurpose Cooperative. This is with regards to the request of the latter to affiliate with BPH Manolo Fortich as the referral hospital to provide hospitalization, medical and surgical or treatment, as well as diagnostic procedures and ancillary services for its members, subject to the terms and conditions as set out in the MOA. Mr. Chair, move to approve the request of the governor and pass a resolution authorizing the governor to sign a memorandum of agreement with the General Services Multipurpose Cooperative as stated. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Items 46 and 47 is a request of the governor to sign a MOA with two doctors, Dr. Villa O. Mejorada and Dr. Mary Claire R. Lusurata. They will be serving as visiting consultants in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. One will be for BPH Manolo Fortich. Both will be for BPH Manolo Fortich, effective May 1, 2026 to December 21, 2026, and June 1, 2026 until December 31, 2026. With that information, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the request of the governor and pass a resolution authorizing the governor to sign a memorandum of agreement with Drs. Villa O. Mejorada, MD, and Dr. Mary Claire R. Lusarata, MD. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Letter June 1, 2026 of the Provincial Governor, Aurelio Neil P. Roque, requesting for authority to enter into a memorandum of agreement for the PGB with the Department of Science and Technology, Northern Mindanao, Department of Science, Technology, Provincial Science and Technology Office, Bukidnon, and the local government units of Impasugong, Kitaw-Taw, Malaybalay City, Kalilangan, Maramag, Talakag, Quezon, Kadingilan, and Lantapan, relative to the implementation of the project entitled Advancing Climate Smart Agriculture in Bukidnon through the installation of automated weather station and adoption of Saray CL SIMs under the proposed MOA. The PGB shall serve as the implementing agency for the project in coordination with DOST 10, PSTO Bukidnon, and the participating local government units. The project shall be funded by DOST 10 in the amount of 1,044,400 pesos, while the provincial government shall provide the necessary counterpart support and ensure compliance with the implementation, monitoring, reporting, and maintenance of requirements subject to the terms and conditions as set out in the MOA. Per information I gathered, Mr. Chair, these are automatic or automated weather stations to be constructed in the named municipalities. Ang ato-atang participation is ang pagkural aning automated weather stations para to protect it from kawat and everything else. So with that, Mr. Chair, I move to approve the request of the governor and pass a resolution authorizing him to sign the memorandum of agreement with the Department of Science and Technology, Northern Mindanao, Department of Science and Technology, Provincial Science and Technology Office, Bukidnon, and the local government units of Impasugong, Kitaw-Taw, Malaybalay City, Kalilangan, Maramag, Talakag, Quezon, Kadingilan, and Lantapan. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item 49 is a letter dated June 2, 2026 of the Provincial Governor requesting for authority to enter into a memorandum of understanding for and behalf of the provincial government of Bukidnon with the Department of Health, Center for Health Development, Northern Mindanao, and the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation Regional Office, where the MOU facilitates the fulfillment of the activities, outputs, and outcomes for the success of an integrated province-wide, city-wide health system for the implementation of the local investment plan for health, subject to the terms and conditions set out in the MOU. Again, if you do not click on the attachment, we will not again understand what this is all about. So, tagaan di tagkwarta na 619 million. Ano ba to? So, masayon unta to aproban ba? Kung ibutang daan ba? Tanawa gani. $49 pa.
Yes.
Anong data sharing naman? Oh, ang kanang 49, 48 man ang 50 man ang data sharing, di ba, with PSA. Pero if you click at the naka-attach sa 49, madto siya sa data sharing sa PSA. So, di mao attachments. Report mo sa ISO ba? Sinsya na mo ha, katabang labi ako nga ma-improve. Correct, no? Dili mo attachments? I-check daw. Kani kay nagdala kog tab karon, di na ko gadala. Sa atong I read somewhere so 49 and 51, di na sila, kaya 51, 619 million. Di ba na siya mao?
51 and 619 million.
Also with the Department of Health, Center for Health Development, Northern Mindanao. The other one is Local Investment Plan for Health, subject to the terms and conditions set up in the MOU. And in the 51, for authority to enter into terms of partnership for the PGB with the DOH. We shall receive an estimated allocation of 619,470,402 and 42. Support as per the 2026 National Expenditure Program of the ADI. Ano dito malangan? I-repair ta na lang ni be. Repair item 49 and item 51. Repair to the Committee on Health and Committee on Laws and Appropriation. Okay. Item number 50 is a request of the Governor for an authority to enter into a data sharing agreement for the provincial government of Bukidnon and the Philippine Statistics Authority, where this august body has previously granted SP Resolution number 2025-604, dated June 10, 2025, authorizing the execution of the original data sharing agreement between the parties. However, due to the substantial changes and modifications introduced in the revised agreement, there is a need to secure a new authority covering the amended terms and conditions of data sharing agreement. In view thereof, may authority be granted for the undersigned to enter into and sign a revised data sharing agreement subject to existing rules and regulations. So what changed? So again, murabag palaway-lawayon lang tanga na I change, but we will not be informed og unsa ang changes. So we have to read the entire data sharing agreement. So again, move to the Committee on Laws, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Secretary, please take note of the
This is noted,
comments of
Honorable Presiding Officer.
Item number 52 is a letter dated May 21, 2026 from the Governor requesting for authority to enter into a training grant agreement between the Provincial Government of Bukidnon and Mr. Ryan Tapay Chato, Administrative Aid 1, assigned at the Provincial Detention and Rehabilitation Center relative to his participation in the pre-licensing training program, Security K9 Handlers Training Course, Class 03-26, to be conducted by the Golden Shadow K9 Training Center from May 11, 2026 to June 14, 2026. The participation of Mr. Chato in the said training is intended to enhance his competencies and technical capabilities in relation to security K9 handling, which shall directly contribute to the strengthening of operational capacity and institutional effectiveness of the Provincial Detention Rehabilitation Center, subject to the terms and conditions as set out in the training grant agreement. This is very clear. My problem is the training will be May 11 to June 14. This was transmitted May 21 to this August chamber. And so, our trainer, if ever nakalarga ni, is already back to barracks. And yet, we have not yet authorized a training grant agreement. So, move to the Committee on Laws so that we can investigate if nakalarga, naka-appeal, or wala. So moving, Mr. Chair, to refer this item to the Committee on Laws.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
I will ask if wala ba'y authority nga ma-screen ni sa atong mga staff nga human naman unta ni karon pag i-kalendar muratag nagdungag-dungag og item nga functus officio. Di ba? Human na ang event. Ay pa nato just like the same time last week. Nagyapon 2 months human na. Ay pa na endorse din eh. So same with this. Human na ang program. Ay pa nato i-authorize. That leaves a lot of question. So I hope you can screen. Di ba pwede sa ISO nga i-screen nyo daan?
Actually, we have received this communication very late already.
Exactly. That's why do you have to calendar it pa? Maybe you can do on your side ba? Buta na to sa itong provision, if late na, I know you read it, no? Imposible basag di nyo basahon. So, i-calendar pa ba? Because this will always happen.
Like for example, dated May 11 yung training. Dapat before May 11,
Yes.
nakaabot na din eh.
Yes. Kay basig ang ending ana kita i-blame ba? Nga wa man gud gi-approve sa SP. Kunya na forward sa SP, May 21 na, May 11 nag-start ang training.
Yeah, we don't know kung nadayon ba siya ano, wala.
Anyway, I'm asking if under our standards, pwede ba nato at your level inyo nang i-screen? Aron di na ta mag-waste of time din sa session nga mo magyapon ang question gyud, di ba? I know it's prudent sad on your part to ask, di tuod no ano man nga late man eh. At that level lang, sa inyong level wa pan receipt. Kung pwede ba ninyo nga inyo sang i-verify. And then kung ingon nga wala, then no need for us to act. Kung wala na nakalarga, why do we have to authorize the governor? Kung wala na human ang training, wala nakalarga ang tao. See the point? Yeah. Okay, sige. So item number 53 is a letter undated with attached back resolution number 26-338 of the provincial governor requesting for authority to sign a contract of agreement for the project purchase of 1 unit brand new mobile fuel tanker for the Provincial Engineer's Office with one supplier, Sino Equip Incorporated, for the contract cost of 2,997,770 pesos. Moving for approval of the request of the governor and authority, passing a resolution granting him authority to sign the contract of agreement for the purchase of 1 unit brand new mobile fuel tanker for the Provincial Engineers Office with one supplier, Sino Equip Incorporated, for the contract cost of 2,997,777 pesos. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. Speedily seconded. Motion approved.
Item 54 is also an undated letter with attached back resolution number 2026-339 of the Provincial Governor requesting for authority to sign the contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of 1 unit brand new mobile water tank for Provincial Governor's Office Management with one supplier, Sino Equip Incorporated, for the contract cost of 4,996,666 pesos. Moving to approve the request of the Governor and pass a resolution authorizing the Governor to sign the contract of agreement for the purchase of and supply for the supply and delivery of 1 unit brand new mobile equipment for the Provincial Governor's Office Management with supplier Sino Equip Incorporated for a contract cost of 4,996,660 pesos. So moving, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item 55 is a letter undated with back resolution number 2026-340 of the Provincial Governor, Helio Pinil Roque, requesting for authority to sign contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of portable speakers with accessories for PGO management with one supplier, Biswis Computer Center, for the contract cost of 11,901,600 pesos. Move to approve the request of the Governor and pass a resolution authorizing the Governor to sign the contract of agreement for the supply and delivery of portable speakers with accessories with Biswis Computer Center with a contract cost of 11,901,600 pesos. So moving for the approval said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item number 56 is also a letter undated with attached back resolution number 2026-341 of the Provincial Governor requesting for authority to sign the contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of 1 lot Jetmatic pumps for PGO management with one supplier, 3K Construction and Farm Supply, for the contract cost of 9,999,000. Mr. Chair, move to approve the request of the Governor and passing a resolution authorizing the Governor to sign the contract of agreement for the supply and delivery of 1 lot Jetmatic pump with supplier 3K Construction and Farm Supply for the contract cost of 9,999,000 pesos. So moving for the approval said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item 57 is a letter undated with attached back resolution 2026-342 of the Provincial Governor requesting for authority to sign the contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of 1 lot janitorial supplies for various offices with one supplier, Marcis Corporation, for the contract cost of 568,300 pesos. Mr. Chair, I move to approve the request of the Governor and pass a resolution authorizing the Governor to sign the contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of 1 lot janitorial supplies for various offices with supplier Marcis Corporation with a contract cost of 568,300 pesos. So moving for the approval said resolution, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
Item 58 is a letter undated with attached back resolution number 2026-343 of Provincial Governor Helio Nil Roque requesting for authority to sign contract of agreement for the project supply and delivery of 1 lot office supplies for various offices with supplier Marcis Corporation for the contract cost of 1,544,774 pesos and 75 centavos. Mr. Chair, move to approve the request of the Governor and pass a resolution authorizing the Governor to sign a contract of agreement for the supply and delivery of 1 lot office supplies for various offices with supplier Marcis Corporation with a contract cost of 1,544,774 pesos and 75 centavos. So moving for the approval of the said resolution, all subject to style.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved. Thank you, Attorney Board Member Garcia. Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to our other communication because we have no item tabled in the third and final reading. I move for the following, Honorable Presiding Officer. Item number 1, this will be forwarded to the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights for information reference. Item number 2 be forwarded to the Honorable Board Member Attorney Holly Simon Santo for information reference. And item number 3, sub-item number 1 and 4, this will be referred to the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights for information and appropriate action. For sub-item number 2 and 3, this will be noted. Sub-item number 5 be referred to the Committee on Health for information and appropriate action. And item number 6, this will be referred to the Committee on Peace and Order for information and appropriate action. Sub-item number 7, this will be referred to the Committee on Environmental Protection, Climate Change, Disaster Preparedness for information and appropriate action. And for item number 4, Honorable Presiding Officer, this will be noted. And for item number 5 and 6, be noted and forwarded to all SP members for information reference. So moving for the approval as enumerated, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There's a motion. It's been duly seconded. Motion approved.
We will now proceed to the board members' time, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Addendum? Wala na?
Yeah, for the board members' time, may we now recognize a gentleman from the 1st Legislative District, the Honorable Board Member Eliezer Isonahon, and after that, the Honorable Board Member Oliver Owen Baba Garcia for the announcement of the time regarding on the reference that you have manifested on those items. And only 2 board member, I think, and lastly,
So,
by this representation.
3. Board Member Eliezer Isonahon is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer and Majority Floor Leader. This is in connection with my resolution. I forgot to. Can we have it include in the 23rd during our session? Yes. Katong next Tuesday ang atong paghatag og plaque of.
Itong number 1 item na to.
Yes.
I have for first that has yet to be placed in first reading, Mr. Presiding Officer. So we cannot yet award that because first reading pa nato.
Okay. Pero naman good day, kato bitong last nato. Yes, okay, isa naman na sa katao pod. Basig pwede rin nato i-include. Kay Lois at siya, ipabalik na din Lois at akong bulsa. Lois. Yun sa na lang.
Ipa-approve pa. So it's up to, I will leave that to the body because this has yet to be approved by the body first.
Okay, so
the resolution for first reading.
Sige, yes. We'll just move it in on
Sabay na
June
lang sa
30.
30.
Sabay na lang itong duha. So, okay. Okay. Sige. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Board Member Onahon. Attorney, Board Member Garcia?
Mr. Chair, napamay na una kaning medical waste. Can we have this on 13? 13:20 ko naman gud. Lagi di sa kin ako kaso, di pa nako mapapostpone. Morning ba, so it cannot be pa na ko unsa ni. So pwede na sa 30. Wala ko schedule sa 30. There is this nauna magud ni sila katong sa unsa ni. So may I just request that we have a committee hearing of the Committee on Laws relative to the memorandum of agreement between the Provincial Government of Bukidnon and HCMI Logistics Service and Maya Medical Waste Corporation. This is with relative to the waste of the hospitals. On 9 o'clock on 30 June 30, and maybe we'll just invite ang kinsa ba PIDMO legal kining waste and
Sa hospital ni, no?
yeah
Oo.
waste na pod. Tanawa lang ninyo kinsa tong nanulat adtong aning request kung kinsay pwede imbitahon kay unsay pilay obligation unsa ning mga waste nya unsay volume ug asa ilabay. Wala gyapon information. If you
Wala na mention ang
wala. Okay, and then kani sila, kining si Kuan. Katong nahuman na po na training. So may we also invite
May 14 of June.
and there was a request from the governor for authority to enter into a MOA with Bethel Baptist Hospital. This is with regards to the letter to accommodate their employee Kayla Hazel Centenniales and be allowed to undergo training in the histopathology section of the laboratory department of BPMC for a period of 1 month from April 1 to 30, 2026. And we discussed this last week. So, can we invite legal, PIDMO, and BPMC? Kaya nga nung i-endorse ni sa Sangguniang, May 4 na nga ang training taman lang sa April 30. Okay? So, mura na siya igagaw atong i-discuss karon. Okay, kana lang sa duha. So, moving, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Garcia. Was your floor leader?
Yes, the last item for the board members' time, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is relative to the communication that we had last session regarding on the posting for 15 calendar days in our bulletin board, Honorable Presiding Officer, regarding on the water permit applicants. I again request our secretary to proceed with the communication for the invitation during sa Tuesday. Wala ka sa morning. Pero naman si board member Balansag siguro regarding sa katong mga water permit applicants. Okay ra? Lagi kay murag daghan ra ba to sila 8 ka. Sige. 8 sila ka buok. This will be on 10 o'clock na lang. Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Actually, we have that scheduled already. Honorable President.
Yeah, because I do
10
understand. I do.
Namely, may I allowed to mention this water applicant, La Camilla Realty Development Corporation, Bounty Fresh Food Incorporated, Bounty Plus Incorporated, Lucio De Leon Jr., LBC Car Wash, Vanessa Nel Jaime Odela. Then number 5, Stephen G. Tan from Tip Hatchery. Then number 6, Stephen G. Tan from TG Poultry Farm. And the 7th one is the Oriental Energy and Power Generation Corporation.
Thank you for that, Mr. Secretary, Attorney Apollo Mawali. In line with that, Honorable Presiding Officer, because of the time constraint regarding on the invitation on the part of our secretariat, because of the scheduled team building in Kibington, that's why they were not able to proceed with this water permit applicants. So that's why we have again requested for this next Tuesday to be invited during committee meeting on 10 o'clock in the morning.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, on Tuesday. So moving for that purpose, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Motion, speedily seconded. Motion approved.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. We will now proceed to our Secretary's time.
Secretary's time.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer.
in addition thereto, at 9 o'clock, may I remind the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities, Indigenous People, committee meeting also called by the Honorable IPMR, Dato Renato Sumbungan. This is with regards to the ordinance providing for the establishment of a designated tribal sacred area as a permanent space for pamuhat and other indigenous traditional rituals and spiritual practices in the municipality of Manolo for teach and for other purposes. Actually, this has been reset during the previous scheduled committee meeting, and this is the second call already, Honorable Presiding Officer, at 9 o'clock. So we will be requesting the members of the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities to be around at 9 o'clock.
On Tuesday still?
Tuesday.
On the 23rd?
9 a.m.
Dato, nalang ko yung pangutana. Kay last week lang kutob si Dato Bayangga. So wala pa medyo na puli sa iya sa pagkibawaan ako. Diyan ang ngalan. Sa committee. Okay. Dagunlay siguro. Eddie Dagunlay.
And then another important announcement on June 30, this will be the second round meeting for the boundary issue between Talakag and Iligan. So as agreed, the Talagag Sangguniang Bayan will come back here at the SP on June 30, Talakag, for committee meeting and consultation. This is with regards to the Tuesday morning ni siya. Second round ni siya. Kuan. 30. Second round naman eh. At 10 a.m. ta na lang kay kang Honorable Board Member Garcia will be at 9 o'clock. Okay. And yes, Honorable Presiding Officer. And lastly, we would like to thank our honorable members, Board Member Monsanto, Board Member Palmada, Board Member Balansagan, Board Member Bobby Dinlayan, pero due to urgent lang na change ang schedule sa iyang sakinan, but nahatod mi dito sa Bukidnon kay wa mi sakinan. So by the way, we have successful team building there tungod sa pag-assist ninyo. Ma'am Joan. So there is nami gamay nga update 1 minute lang nga this is at Bukidnon Coffee Nursery, in line with the vision of the provincial governor to make Bukidnon as the
capital,
coffee Arabica capital of the Philippines. So there is a wide nursery there in which all staff were taught what are the process from planting to harvesting our coffees. So overnight.
So, attorney, kay balo na mo sa tanang nga mga klase nga mga kape.
Ang gi-promote actually is Arabica and Robusta, but because of the
nakita na ninyo sa mga klase nga punuan. Pero wala dyan mo kakita sa katungsanga sa 3-in-1.
Murag sa tindahan kanto.
Sud ka na pang taon, kana punuan sa 3-in-1. Let's continue.
yes you did. Ooh, so girl, if you talk like you walk, come and talk to me. But look here, it would break my heart, break my heart, break my heart if I find out you can't move. You better show me now, show me now, show me now. Cause when I take it to the floor, ooh, you gotta get down. You know what to do. Hey, Mr. DJ, play a song of this pretty little lady. Cause if she dances good as she look right now, I just might make her my baby. I just might make her my baby. Hey, I just might. Oh, I just might. But first, may I just say that your face got me. This beauty, if your booty can't find a beat.
So that's it. We have a dual accomplishment over there, team building as well as learning on planting coffee. So once again, thank you for your support, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Attorney Paul. After seeing sa ilang video ba, mo excited na kumadto dito. Dungan mi ni board footage September 11, 12 ang ato, no? Kami ramang classmate. Free-flowing ba ang ano dito, coffee? Na-coffee dito kay sir. Continuous yun, walay. Nagdala mo?
Po, na-harvest po.
Awak pa ito na-harvest. Tanong pa man din. Mangutan na po sa information na ay katulganan po dito. So, pwede sila mag-overnight, pero pila nga beds?
There are 30 beds.
30 beds. Foam lang siya tanan. Sa salog lang. Foam.
But there is a campsite designed for tents also.
Yeah, so you want to need to bring your own tents.
What we did is we requested the PDRR remote to supply us one truck water supply tank. Kaya walay tubig dito.
Okay.
And then 10 from PDRR also katundag ko nga 10 nga diya sa kamulan gigamit.
So thank you sa information at least if ever kung turno na to mo request nang ta sa ila.
Yes,
Puhon.
Johan is very accommodating.
Wala ko nakakita og pictures katong sa mga sunmig light, sa mga ano.
Sa
Pwede next session, pwede i-present off-cam lang. Sige. So, wala na? Dua-dua ko ba? Seryoso ba? Or dili kay seryoso? Kalain na to, seryoso sa tagamay. Nay duwa nga tao nagstorya. Ngalan Juan. Ug si Toto. So, paring Toto, kamusta mga anak mo? Ayon des Toto. Okay lang. Ang panganay ko, doktor. Ang isa, teacher. Ang ikatulo, nurse. Ang pangatlo, yung bunso, magnanakaw. Juan, bakit hindi mo palayasin yung bunso mo? Hindi pwede, pre. Breadwinner. Mas malaki pa ang kita sa iyang mga iksuon. Maayong hapon sa atong tanan.
With that, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the adjournment of our regular session.
So our session is adjourned at exactly 4:20.